Now, then you get to, can you, meet a woman that you're in love with and that, is going to be a great mother, to them. I fortunately met that woman in Camilla. So, but we didn't get married right off the bat. We were, and maybe this is because my mom and dad were married 3 times, divorced twice, and her mom and dad were married 2 times and divorced 3 times.
Thank God.
So we had a track record for reason to go like,
that's a lot of math and jewelry.
Yeah, a whole lot.
Yeah.
So we're rolling along, man, and saying it's going great, and we don't want to get married because that's just what you're supposed to do. I don't want to back into it because someone goes legally. It's but no bullshit. I want to, and I didn't really want to. I wasn't against it, but her and I were like, we're doing good. We have our first child. Or let me go back to 9 months before we have our first child. I come home, and there's cheeseburgers she's cooking on the grill. I smell them. She pours me a double of my favorite tequila. And I sit down, and she gives me a gift. I open it up. It's the, what do you call it, the sonogram, or whatever gram that is, where you see in the belly you got a baby and a fetus. She's pregnant. Oh, my gosh. Cry, tears. We hug it out. Oh, my God, this is so awesome, et cetera, et cetera. Let's call my mom. Tell her the good news. I get my phone out, call Mom. Camilla's sitting next to me. Mom, you there? We got some great news to tell you. Got you on speakerphone. Can you hear? Camilla's here. Hi, Camilla. Hi, Miss McConaughey. How are Mom? You there? You got me? Yeah, I'm listening. I can't wait. Tell me. Mom, Camilla's pregnant. Crickets. Oh, next thing I hear is, No, Matthew, this is out of order. I didn't raise you to do this. No, Matthew, you're supposed to be married, and went on and on and on in a 5-minute monologue and then hung up. And I stop, I look over at Camilla, and she looks at me, and we're like, oh, shit, that didn't go the way we hoped it would, man. And so, let's top off that drink. Now. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Ooh, okay. 10 minutes later, the phone rings. It's my mom. Yeah. Hi, Mom. She goes, hi, Matthew. Mom on speakerphone? I go, I can put you on speakerphone. Okay. Is Camilla there? Yeah, she's right. Hi, Miss McConaughey. Okay. Can y'all both hear me? Yeah, we hear you, Mom. We hear you, Miss McConaughey. Okay. I would like to put some white out over that last. I was being selfish, thinking about myself. If you two are happy about it, I should be happy for you. It's not my place to be unhappy. So we had 2 children before we got married. But yeah, I mean, look, the big project, as far as I can tell, the one that's non-negotiable. That's the thing. Can we find non-negotiable projects? There we go. Nope. When I'm lost and don't know what the hell I'm doing, or I'm looking for my North Star, what are some things in our life that we can look at and go, if I concentrate on that, I can't go wrong. Right. Sometimes that's just it. Like I still have it now. Maybe I don't know what new things I want to do. And when I'm kind of lost and wobbly, I'll try to look at the things that I go, like family, like fatherhood, like the marriage, and go, if you work on that, McConaughey, you can't bogey. Right. You may not eagle the hole, but you're not going to bogey. And you definitely ain't going to hit one out of bounds. You can't spend too much time on that in your spare time. And then that'll help you spiritually, heart and head. And so I try to go to the non-negotiables when I'm like, and then when things are going well, that's another thing. I love to accomplish it, man. I love to go work, and I'm going, all of a sudden I'm hitting the road. I'm all over the place. How do I keep my marriage and my fatherhood out of the debit section? Yeah. How do I, because I don't have the time, as much time. That's another challenge when things are going well, personally. To take care of those non-negotiables. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think a lot, like if I don't know what to do, I try and, like it's always like help others, like that's the thing, like that's probably been the thing that's been most helpful in my life. If I don't know what to do whenever, it's trying to help others. Think of somebody else, call somebody else, see what they're doing, get out of myself.
Yeah, heard.
There's like that prayer. It's like, God, I offer myself to thee to build with me and do with me as thou wilt. Relieve me of the bondage of self and take away my difficulties, so that, I don't remember the end of it.
Leave me of the bondage to myself. Leave me of it, off it.
3rd step prayer it is. Yeah. Offer myself to thee to build with me and do with me as thou wilt. Relieve me of the bondage of self that I may better do thy will. That's it.
There we go.
So it's just like, God, my problem is me right now. I'm just I'm sitting here. I'm breaking myself up and putting myself into a joint and smoking myself. You know what I'm saying? Right. I'm just getting high on my, something here. Yeah. And it can be a low point or a high point though. Yeah. That's the thing. Sometimes I think it's like, I've thought it's just the lows, but it's like, even if I get too high on myself, it's like, that's not good either, Well,
it keeps our pursuit not about it's talking to the godliness within us, the more godlikeness in us that we can be, that a lot of us are striving to be. That pursuit is such a valuable pursuit, religious or not.
To have a connection to a creator. Yeah, to not
that's
feel
higher.
Right.
That you're not going to reach, but you're going.
I mean, otherwise I would feel so homeless. If I don't want my soul to feel homeless,
There's a lot of people that feel very homeless.
Will you talk about just like your own like times of faith and like how hard it's tough to, to keep that connection going, and to work on it more.
It takes maintenance, doesn't it?
Yeah, it takes a lot of maintenance, man. That's probably my biggest.
That's where my ego will get out of control, where all of a sudden I take for granted that I didn't just pull it all off of my own.
Oh,
and I start thinking I did. And I do the math and go, I did. Yeah. And all of a sudden it's like, ooh, here comes humble pie pretty soon.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, that's a tough thing. I mean, having a relationship with our Creator and giving ourselves, like saying, God, giving thanks, getting a good perspective for ourselves. Has there been practices that you've used realistically over the years? I'm sure once you have a family and stuff like that, some of that starts to maybe get more built into you. But just because there's a visual, there's an actual component that's right there alive.
Yeah.
But have you noticed for yourself?
Having kiddos is in some ways are how we become immortal, if we're fortunate enough for them to outlive us.
Yeah.
And if we're fortunate for them to have kids and pass on lineage. It's like you first have a kid, you're like, I have helped create a being that is outside of myself, but my blood and so is in them.
Yeah.
It's a certain way to immortality. And I don't mean in the religious sense of, if you live this way, you live forever because you get to the gates in the kingdom of heaven.
Yeah.
But it is a mortal way of going, no, just kind of scientific, evolutionary wise. It's a way to become immortal. And I find there's a great power in that and a great freedom and responsibility that comes with that, because you're shepherding your future self through your child or what you're for 18 years, so to speak, generally in the household before they go off into the world. So you're taking care of yourself.
Right, in a weird way. By taking yourself.
By taking care of it's our greatest children. I mean, it's the greatest export. And it is the most closest piece of art in the world that we'll ever put out.
Yeah.